Good Sunday morning, everyone, and welcome back to Wake Up Charlotte Weekend. A live picture is right now from Sugar Mountain this morning, where they are definitely taking advantage of the cold air right now, making their own snow. But notice something else about our camera right now. It is iced over. Well, that's because there are winter conditions up toward the mountains. Right now we have Ashe, Watauga, as well as the mountains of Burke and Caldwell counties under a winter weather advisory, and Avery County under an ice storm warning. So what does this mean in terms of overall impact? Well, for areas in Ashe and Watauga County, there's a potential for sleet and snow accumulations up to about 3 inches. Now for freezing rain, which we know is a bit of a more significant impact, especially with black ice, it causes that thin layer of ice. It's very hard to see, and of course happens often on bridges and overpasses and in higher elevations. That'll be most prevalent for areas, again, at higher elevations, especially in Avery, Watauga and Ashe. Accumulations up to about 3/10 of an inch. The Avery, Burke, Caldwell, those accumulations in terms of snow and sleet a little bit lesser, especially at lower elevations. And of course, with a combination of these winter-like conditions plus the gusty winds up to about 40 miles per hour, there is at least a small chance for some limited and isolated power outages. So this morning, let's take a closer look at what's happening right now for those mountain counties. You can see a few breaks in moisture. This is not necessarily heavy rain or heavy precipitation by any stretch of the imagination, but again, primarily for those areas that I just mentioned north of the I-40 corridor. As we take a wider look here, we have light rain for Hickory all the way from Catawba County into parts of Alexander, Iredell counties, into really most of Mecklenburg County, Lincoln, Gaston County the same, Cleveland County down toward York County as well. Northern parts of Chester County, just a little bit of moisture. And Kaylin, for your family members down in Lancaster, haven't seen a thing yet so far this morning, but don't worry, more on the way. And of course, Union County, northern parts there of Anson County and into Stanley and Rowan County, just some light rain at this time. However, this is going to get a bit heavier, especially for areas along and south of Mecklenburg County as we progress throughout the morning. We have all this mess still to deal with as we go hour by hour. And I do think rain and really overall precipitation will be still most significant this morning. By the afternoon, we slowly start to see this taper off. And I think after about 2 p.m., most of what we're left with is just some areas of patchy drizzle, which will wrap up for Monday morning. Although at that point, instead of tracking patchy drizzle, we'll be tracking some patchy fog. Across the area, though, today, regardless of when, where, what you see, it is going to be a raw day. In fact, across the Piedmont, we're talking temperatures only in the mid-40s for highs, only in the mid-30s there up toward the mountains. Now today, a messy day and really the worst day across the area by a landslide. However, in your Guy Roofing 7-day forecast, we briefly warm back up tomorrow, and then a dry cold front rolls through the area. That'll pick up our winds late Monday night into Tuesday morning. And look at what it does to those temperatures. It brings down our highs, but it also brings down our lows, which will be more notable, especially Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday mornings, as right here in the Charlotte area in mid-March, we'll be on plant watch with the potential for frost or freeze every single morning.